What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. It looks like the price actually was saved by the RSI, saved by the volume. I don't know, man, but it is, it is Sunday. It's the last day of the week here. We did move down. I was anticipating that we'd move down. What I was not expecting was that we'd find support at the 0.5. We did. We found support right there at the 0.5. Time and time again. With this much consolidation at the 382, I would have thought we'd go lower, but right there, right at that low, we found nice support at the 0.5 continuously, too. It's kind of odd, kind of different, but hey, we did it. We found support there. Volume came in, you bounced off the oversold zone, right? What scared me earlier was that we were oversold, rejecting this area. I would think we'd get back into the oversold zone, but the fact that we showed strength in an area where we would probably show weakness, we found support at the 0.5, which is a little bit unorthodox, but I mean, we're back on it, I guess. I guess we are respecting that 0.5. We got a nice recovery coming into Sunday, coming into the end of the day, and coming into the beginning of today's Sunday. I'm optimistic. Getting back above this 236 definitely changes things. Getting above $105.4 thousand changes things, you guys. And we even back tested it for support on the last hour there to close the day. Volume's kind of decayed as we've climbed up. I'm sure we see a little bit of volatility here to start the day Sunday, but man, there really is hope at this point to close this day, to close this week to the green side, right? We're only down 0.25% on the week so far. We could absolutely close this week green. And again, we want more green weeks. The more green weeks we have, the closer we're inching toward this overbought zone. Once we hit that overbought zone in the RSI, we're at riches and glory, man. It's time to celebrate for weeks to come. Like weeks in a row of growth. It's going to be nice, right? Do you guys remember what that's like? It's been like 4 weeks. It's been a month. I know that we have the attention span of gerbils here, but weeks and weeks of growth. Just like this. Just like this. That's what's coming. That's what's coming once we get into the overbought zone on the weekly time frame, which again is why I stress the importance of closing each and every week green, because the closer that we, and obviously you want every week to close green, don't you? Unless you're looking to buy. I mean, to be fair, if we could hold off for one more week, you guys, if we could just hold off for one more week, that would actually benefit me. I think that I could get some more funds into the markets, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. I'll probably have to buy in when we're at new all-time highs. I'm fully allocated into the market, so I don't care, do whatever. But if I had to be greedy for myself, I would hold things back just one more week for myself. But besides that, man, every week, every green week we have, we're inching closer to that overbought zone, and that's a very, very strong signal. If you look here, I mean, we get into the overbought zone on the weekly time frame, guys. Like this, what we did here is absurdly uncommon. We don't normally get that kind of reaction, yeah? Normally it's deeper reactions. Normally we're going above the 80, going above, even up to the 90 on the weekly RSI, and it promotes, again, weeks, if not months of upside growth, right? We are probably right now, and I know it might not feel like it, but I think right now we are in that finale phase of the bull market. We really are, and it will... As of now, it doesn't seem obvious, but I think in 6 months from now, it'll be more clear, right? And the best thing to do in moments like this is buy, hold, and don't sell, right? I actually made a post on X.com. I think it was my most recent post. Come on now. Everyone who's been involved with crypto for over the past year or more is about to learn one very important lesson this coming week. This is more geared toward people who might be new to the markets, right? No matter what, HODL. Right? No matter what, you HODL, right? I don't care if you think that WW3 is going to start and the media is screaming it in your face. They're not telling you the truth. They're just there to get engagement, man. They're not telling you the truth. It's just there to make you sell. It's there to shake you out of your bags. It's there to scare you. It's there to give you an emotionally charged psyche to make the wrong decision. The reality is, you guys, we're on the brink of seeing new all-time highs. We really are. We're in our all-time high area now. We're 6% away from seeing new all-time highs, but we're like literally from our prior all-time highs back here, we're 3% away. Like we're consolidating in an area that we found resistance a double top at, and it sent us down for months, right? That we consolidated down for like half a year. We're chilling now for 4 weeks up here in the overbought area on the RSI, looking very bullish. We rejected it down, but we're not seeing any follow through. We actually had a reversal last week, and we're getting neutrality this week. This is not the behavior of a typical rejection on the weekly RSI. I think something, if it's different behavior, I think we can expect different results, and the results I'm thinking we're going to get are just phenomenal to the upside. That's the expectation here, yeah? Next week is going to kick it off. We'll be at new all-time highs by the end of next week. That's the expectation. Let's get into the short-term stuff, and we'll come back out to this stuff and the video there, yeah? 1 hour time frame. Lots and lots of volume coming in compared to basically the whole damn day of Saturday and the end of Friday there, whenever the stock market closed, and the whole weekend here. Coming into the end of the week here, Saturday, or sorry, the end of the day, Saturday, and coming into today, Sunday, volume, we definitely have more volume, but it is decreasing as we're moving up, so I would expect we pull down a little bit. If this 1 hour time frame closes red, we got 36 minutes left. There's no guarantee that it does. I mean, it's very possible this 1 hour time frame keeps closing green, actually. There's no guarantee that it closes red. But if it does, we'd probably be rejecting the overbought zone, and we would see, just like this, how we came down to the oversold zone, how we've got higher lows here. I would expect that we see a higher low again. We probably bounce off the 40 area, maybe the 35. I doubt we go back down to the oversold zone. If we draw a straight line up here, trying to connect it, I mean, that right there, that's a perfect area to find support. And Bitcoin loves that zone to find support. We did that several times here. We did that a little bit here, kind of roughly, right there, like various places. We've done this before. So, it wouldn't surprise me if that happened, and if something like that happened, we'd pull back to about like 105K. We're talking about very nominal amounts of money to the downside, right? It's nothing too crazy, and then we're going to be moving up. So yes, I expect today's Sunday to end up closing green, and with that, I'm optimistic this week closes green. That's awesome. Let's look at the 4 hour time frame. 4 hour looks super bullish. Okay, hold on. It looks volatile. It looks very volatile. Oversold, overbought, oversold, very volatile. But bouncing off of this area, looking the way you do, I think that you basically rejected your oversold zone. You got into it, you got out of it very quickly. Stuff like this, I mean, you saw what happened last time, right? It took you all the way up. If we get another reaction, let's just see. Something like that, it took you all the way up, right? That was pretty deep. It did take you all the way up, but you didn't get into the overbought zone, but that was pretty deep. Maybe that's not a good example. Something like that or something like that, right? Took you all the way up, all the way up. So that's what I think is going to happen. Nothing's going to stop us. We're all the way up to the overbought zone. If we're looking at this, I would assume, however it happens, we're going to be growing. Ooh, I'm kind of curious. This week might not be as good because that would put us, the way that I just had it drawn, would put us on Friday, the end of the week, that we're getting into the overbought zone. And who's to say that it takes that long? I feel like that's kind of an appropriate pace given what we did last time here. It moved faster here. Sometimes it takes longer. I don't know. Maybe we move faster. It depends. But when we get in the overbought zone, that's when I think we're going to be underway and looking to new all-time highs, yeah? So if it happens faster than anticipated, going into Monday, if we get some kind of nice rally today, then I would expect this whole week to be bullish. But if it is until like the end of this week that we get into the overbought zone, if we move at that kind of trajectory, it might be next week that we're bullish. I would love that because I really would. If you could just hold off for one more week, man. One more week, please. That would be nice. It's not like it matters, right, a whole lot, but it would just be more beneficial. It's like imagine you have, I don't know, I don't want to give a certain amount of money, but just imagine you have some money coming your way, and the market's going to go up. It's my money and I need it now, but I'm not going to get it for another week. I would put it in right now, and I know that it would do really well in some various projects. But enough about me, man. I really do think that we're about to move up. We're going to have a good week. Even if we're not in the overbought zone, even if we're moving up like this and it's the end of the week and we finally get up there, we're still going to be moving up throughout the week. You know what I mean? We're still going to be moving up, looking like we're pressing new all-time highs. 4 hour, I'm bullish on. Broke out of our downtrend, in and out with the oversold zone, looking productive here. Volume's coming in. Hopefully it persists. Hopefully it does persist. If it doesn't persist, then we're probably going to be in trouble. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you when we're in trouble here. Ready? Low to high. If we close a 4 hour candle below 104.2K, if we close I shouldn't even say that. I mean, really, we're in trouble if we close below 101.5. Closing below here really wouldn't be a problem. It's okay if we close it. We could get a double bottom. That's okay. I don't know. I guess, yeah, we're only in trouble if we get down to 101.5K, but I don't think that we're going to go lower. I don't think that we're even going to go below this low, right? I'm not even sure that we go below this low. I do think that we'll be moving up, so I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. But if I had to guess one way or another, regardless of what happens today, I think that over the coming days we're going to be moving up higher. The goal, though, is that today finishes to the upside enough to where we can close this week green, right? That's it. We just need to close the week. We need to close today, 22 hours, 32 minutes left, above 105.7K. That's by the way of the index. Let's look at Coinbase, 105.8K on Coinbase, 105.8K. 105.8K on Binance too. Let's say 105.8K. The two biggest exchanges, and the index is saying it's 105.7. Come on, man. The index should base it off of the ones that have the most volume. Don't just do it like an average of all exchanges. Do it the average based by volume, man. Coinbase and Binance. That's what the index primarily should be based off of, in my opinion. Like Coinbase, Binance, Bybit, KuCoin, Kraken, MEXC. HTX has a lot of volume. I don't know. There's plenty of exchanges, though. There's plenty. I'm drawing blanks, I'm sure, but there's plenty of exchanges. But I don't know. It makes the most sense that the ones that have the most volume, that's what you should be basing it off of, in my opinion. That's going to give you a more accurate reading. But anyways, 105.8K, that's the goal today, okay? If we can do that, good. If we don't do that, it's okay. It doesn't really matter, but just it's a goal. I do think that we're going to move up by the end of the day. I do believe that we're going to move up going into next week and by the end of the week. By the end of next week, we should be at new all-time highs, and going into the end of the month, we're reaching for prices that are at 130 to 140K. Yes, it's the 15th today. Over the next 15 days, we're going to be moving up from here. We're going to move up a whole $25,000 to $35,000 to the upside for Bitcoin, if not more. You piece together what that means for altcoins. I'll see you on the next one. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.